Alright, and it's your boy iDef, and I'm back with another review for you guys, and this time we got the SHFiguarts Roronoa Zoro from Onigashima, which I have not got there in the anime yet, just being honest, but yeah, let's just go ahead and take a look at his box. I already like the design on the front. We got that sick-ass little pose on the side, and if you couldn't immediately tell, I got this from GameStop. I don't think the sticker normally comes on these. Let me check real quick. Yeah, okay, never mind. It definitely does. It's a normal thing. I just wasn't sure, but yeah, kind of got the basic box on the back, you know, just kind of really nothing different from what usually goes on with the box. It's ripped on the side here, which isn't that big of a deal. But if I wanted to display my boxes on this side, that would kind of suck. But I usually have them facing this way anyways. Another cool thing I like about the one-piece boxes is the little straw hat on the top. But yeah, let's go ahead and run them through the old iDef system. Is the figure in good shape? Does the figure function as intended? Everything that's included with the figure, plus scaling, and then just my final thoughts. Usually a little pose at the end when I'm talking about it too, unless I forget. Alright, and here he is at a package, and I'm not even going to pretend that I wasn't aware of the issues with this figure. Oh my god. Whoa, where do I even start? Is the figure in good shape? For the most part, the only real issue I can find that came on his base body is there's a little bit of paint issue on the hand. Besides that, he doesn't really, you know, there's nothing really messed up on him or anything. You know, he looks fine. But, I guess let's just get into his articulation. So does the figure function as intended? He has some of the best head articulation I've seen on a SHFiguarts. It's pretty good. I'll say that. Yeah, not bad at all. Oh, this is bad. So, okay, so it's gonna work all perfectly now, but if I go to take that out, I bet it's gonna, oh, okay, it's staying in there a little bit better. That's cool, at least. But I will explain what I'm talking. There we go. There we go. So, this joint is, it's just designed really, really poorly. See if I can even get it back on there on camera. Oh my gosh. Oh my, I'll be right back. Oh my gosh. So I believe his left arm joint is already cooked. Maybe I could dip in some hot water and maybe I'll have to do the hot glue thing. I don't know, but yeah. Oh my gosh, dude. Let's see if I can. So that's about as high as you'll get, which that's about a T-pose. That's not bad. Yeah. Damn, dude. I just don't get it. Come on. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm just gonna leave that arm out. I'll leave it back there. It's kind of a shame. Oh boy, I don't know what they were thinking when they made this dude. I'm almost partial to thinking that whoever was in charge of making this figure really just hates Roronoa Zoro for some reason. Because this is bad, dude. But yeah, he's got bicep swivel. He's got a decent bend. It's not great. It also doesn't bend as fluidly as they usually do, but he's got the little ball peg. Nothing too crazy. Oh man. Let's see if I can get him to crunch forward without popping apart. That's about as good as you'll get him to crunch. It's not terrible. There we go. Oh man. Oh boy. I'll be back. We have him reassembled again. I'll make sure I hold him really well. He has a really good bend back. He gets a little bit of side to side. Oh my gosh. Oh, he's stuck. He's stuck on something. Oh my gosh, not again. Brother. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you're seeing this on camera. I was really worried he was just going to act perfectly when I started making this video, and it was going to make me look like I was crazy. Yeah, he looks really good. This dude sucks, though. This is a really, like, I would say he's objectively probably the worst figure I own. Just bar none. It's really bad. This is probably going to pop him apart again, but I have to show you. You could probably guess just by looking this was going to heavily impede his leg movement. But, they can both get up to about there. I think this one will get about the same. Maybe a little less, actually. I think it's because of the overlap. Oh, no. Alright, you know what? Let's go ahead and take that off. Just, oh, no. Even that came off, too. I haven't even seen that happen yet. Oh, boy. This is a nightmare, dude. Let's see if he will hold together like this. If this sat right here, this would actually look kind of cool. Okay, well, on the bright side, it looks like his skirt actually doesn't really impede his movement that much. Because his leg articulation is pretty awful. To be real. Yeah, no, that's like, what's the back do? It goes back pretty far, but now I can at least show you the knee articulation. It's got a really good bend on it. It's just not really very usable. And then he's got thigh swivel. He's also got a boot swivel too, which is pretty cool. And then they did something very interesting for his pivot for his ankles. It like, I don't know if you can see that. It turns on there instead of, that's kind of essentially, I think, how Marvel Legends pivot works, but yeah, they kind of went with something different with that. But yeah, it doesn't have the best ankle either, but it's also got the toe. Yeah, hold on, let me put it back together. All right, I would not say the figure functions as intended. That's just my opinion. But let's just go ahead and get into everything that comes with them. So I just put it in for ease, but his scabbards actually come separate, and you have to, it gives you instructions, but they're not great, but you kind of have to put it in there, and it has little notches that you line up. I would highly recommend, if yours comes apart easily, I would just take them apart, put this in there, and then put it back together. But also, a little tipperoo. When you're putting these in there, you have to go purple, the red sword, and then the white sword to get these in there correctly, or you'll have some issues. Just letting you know. So you gonna stand? What are you doing, buddy? Oh man, it makes it worse because this figure does look so good too. He really does, and just the articulation's so bad. If the Romance Dawn one is as bad, I don't even know what I'll do. Here's some W's though. These swords look really good. Like, I like how you can see the Hamon line on them and stuff, and just all the design on there. And then, if you look real closely, you can see a little notch on there, and that's for, you know, putting it in his mouth, because 3-sword style, because he's a badass. And then, you notice little bandana. He actually has another bicep piece you can put on there, so when you have, I'll just show you this first. When you have this head on, the bandana's not there, so it makes more sense, which, you know, it's cool. There are good things about this figure. I know I'm shitting on the articulation and the build of it really bad, but, like, there are some good things about it for sure. And I'm sure all these heads will be, I know it wouldn't make sense with the fit, but you could probably use these heads on the Romance Dawn one. But he's got some hands, like, I think these are essentially either just kind of relaxed or grabbing hands, but I think they're essentially designed to be like he's reaching for his swords. And then here's what you're going to need to hold the swords. He's got little sword holding hands, which work just fine. He's got this little smiling head. That's cool. It would have been cool if he came with some sort of like mug or something full of beer, because we know Zoro likes to drink. It's kind of got an angry, screaming face. And then, like, Nami's about to beat his ass over something. Like, you know what I mean? And then, it's cool, he comes with a little, like, the same face, but for Luffy. Which, you know, it's cool. so that's everything that's included with them. I guess we'll go ahead and scale him. And here he is with the Monkey D. Luffy, who I also just had a little spat with. He's a great figure. That's not what I'm saying. And I'm sorry to get into this random tangent while I'm in the middle of a Zoro review. But I took these little back pieces off, which I always assumed they were a hinge and they were meant to move up and down, but they just come off. One of them was essentially glued onto the figure because of the paint. Anyways, here's the scaling, and I think they scale pretty well together, in my opinion. And here he is with Sanji, and I think they also scale really well together. What else can I say? Zoro looks really good. It's just the joint problem is crazy. I don't even mind the lacking articulation. I just wish he stayed together better, honestly. But yeah, the scaling is pretty good. Yeah, in good faith, I don't think I could ever recommend anyone picking this figure up, especially for the price he goes for. If he was going for the same price as the Raid on Onigashima Luffy, which I know online he's going for more, but in store he's supposed to go for about 35. This dude is 60 no matter where you're getting him, as far as I know. Also, I want to point out, you can't hit this pose, which it's not even perfect bull needles, but I had to take the shoulder pieces off to get this to work. And you know what? Usually I would never be recording part of my video with a bunch of sound, like you hear that dog barking. I got laundry going. I just don't care, dude. This figure sucks. He looks cool. And I'll still say you probably get some good poses out of him, but at the end of the day, he's a pain in the ass to deal with. He's not fun to pose. The only thing that's good about him is he looks good. I'm hoping that at least some of the faces maybe are interchangeable with the other, because I like black. Like, black is cool, but I actually prefer his pre-time skip outfit anyways, so I really hope that figure, when it comes out, it's good, because this is not cool. I really hope he gets a reissue, honestly, and I want to see them prove a point that they can make him right. But as it stands, I wouldn't recommend getting him unless you can get him like used for really cheap, and even less than 35, because he's like a $25 figure realistically with how low quality he acts. But again, he does look cool. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm disappointed, but it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta take an L.